New video and new punishments for two Euclid police officers at the center of two very controversial incidents. In the case that dates back to March, Officer Matthew Rhodes, the officer who shot and killed Luke Stewart, is now being pulled from the streets to work a desk job as the case heads to the grand jury.
Meantime, Officer Michael Amiot, seen punching a driver after a traffic stop less than 2 weeks ago, will now be suspended for 15 days. And tonight, the investigator Tom Meyer uncovers new video showing another use of force case involving Officer Amiot. Tom, this exclusive video is the third accusation against this one officer?
Well, that's right, Chris. Officer Amiot is once again caught on camera resorting to force, this time involving a 16-year-old girl at the public library. Amiot was working off-duty security in full police uniform when things quickly escalated. It's another controversial case involving Euclid police officer Michael Amiot. The new case began when three teenagers tried to walk inside the Euclid library about an hour before the library allows juveniles to enter without an adult. Amiot was working security at the front door. In his report, Amiot said the kids pulled the door and held it open. Amiot ordered one girl to let go of the door and leave. Amiot said the same girl dropped the F-bomb when he approached to take her to an inside office to make a report. He says the girl resisted, so he took her down to the ground and cuffed her hands behind her back.
You cannot touch my
Once inside, a fellow Euclid officer arrives with his body camera rolling. This is what happens when they try to retrieve the girl's ID from her backpack. The 16-year-old was already in handcuffs when Amiot took her down to the ground face first for a second time. He then restrained her by placing his knee on her back. The teenager was charged with disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. It happened this past April, but we're just now learning about it following two violent encounters Amiot had with adult men. One involved Sean George, a Euclid City recreation manager. George was asking Amiot and another officer about a teenager they had detained on the ground. George says his questions seemed to aggravate Amiot, and the officers suddenly turned violent.
I was slammed up against the car. They slammed me on the ground, face first, got on my back, and then pepper sprayed me 3 times.
Face away from me.
Less than 2 weeks later, Amiot slammed Richard Hubbard to the ground and repeatedly punched him when the motorist apparently failed to turn around as quickly as Amiot wanted. Amiot is seen kicking and pummeling Hubbard repeatedly. Amiot told Mentor police he liked, quote, the danger and thrill of being a cop, but he was forced to resign after just 9 months on the Mentor police force.
You're not touching my back.
In the case of the 16-year-old girl, the police report says a use of force form was completed. But when Channel 3 News asked more than a week ago for all use of force reports involving Amiot, we never received the one involving the teenage girl.
Lay down.
Now, we've reached out to Euclid Chief Scott Meyer wanting to know what, if anything, was done regarding the arrest of the girl at the library. We also want to know why Euclid hired Amiot after Mentor wanted to fire him. The chief has yet to return our calls. Now, the county prosecutor says they've met with the U.S. Department of Justice, and there's an investigation that's ongoing. Chris, we'll see where it goes.
But the very latest tonight is he still has his job with a 15-day unpaid suspension.
That's correct.
Okay, Tom, thanks.
Cop who beat man in viral video, caught on video again attacking handcuffed teen girl. The Ohio cop who was seen beating a man over a suspended license is seen in a new video, this time, attacking a handcuffed teen girl. By Matt Agarist, August 24, 2017. Euclid OH. The Euclid Police Department is receiving some much-deserved attention this month after a viral video showed a police officer savagely beating a man who was in no way a threat, or resisting. Officer Michael Amiot was suspended this week for repeatedly punching Richard Hubbard in the face over a suspended license. However, as a newly released body cam video shows, this violent cop's aggression is not limited to just defenseless men. He also beats up on handcuffed children. After Amiot was seen beating Hubbard, local media attempted to request his past use of force incidents. When the department sent them over last week, they conveniently omitted any mention of the video below, which shows this officer assaulting a handcuffed child in spite of the report mentioning a use of force incident. However, WKYC was able to obtain it. Amiyat, who was allowed to resign from his old department amid a corruption scandal, was quickly hired on in 2014 with Euclid. He'd spent less than 1 year on the Mentor police force as a rookie before he was nearly fired for lying about a traffic stop he initiated. Instead of firing him, however, the Mentor department allowed him to resign and he simply hired on at Euclid shortly after. On his application to Mentor police, Amiyat said he wanted to be a cop not because he wanted to help people but because he enjoyed the danger/thrill of law enforcement. Apparently, this abusive officer gets a thrill out of hurting defenseless handcuffed children. Advertisement. While working at the Euclid Public Library back in April, 2 girls tried to enter the library 1 hour before children are allowed to be there without parents. The horror. Read more. Video. Cops show up to protect a mother and father by beating them into the dirt. However, this seemingly harmless action was met with handcuffs and force by Amiyat, who apparently enjoys the thrill and danger of attacking high school girls. According to Amiyat's report, which, as history shows, could very well be all lies, the teens were outside the front door of the library causing a disturbance, particularly one 16-year-old girl. I told her she needed to come inside with me, Amiyat noted in his report. I was going to take her in the office to complete a juvenile fact sheet for disorderly conduct and give the library her information to review to determine if her library access should be restricted. I attempted to take her arm to escort her. She continually pulled away from me saying, "Get the expletive off of me," Amiyat wrote. For not complying fast enough, Amiyat then forced the 16-year-old girl to the ground and handcuffed her before bringing her into the library to charge her with disorderly conduct. The video picks up when another officer arrives wearing a body camera. She continued pulling away while shouting, "Don't touch me, get the expletive off me," Amiyat wrote. Apparently having enough backtalk from a girl who was upset she couldn't walk into the library without being harassed by cops, Amiyat made his move to seek his thrill. He threw the young girl who was already in handcuffs onto the floor, while driving his knee into her back. The child is then forcibly searched as Amiyat maintains his 200 pounds of knee in her back. Read more. Police receive call about suicidal man, so they show up and kill him. While the video is still rolling, the teen's mother walks in to find her daughter forced down on the ground with Amiyat mounting her. Whether or not Amiyat received any discipline for this incident is unclear, as the city has not responded to requests. However, it is unlikely. Fast forward a few months, to just days before he was seen on another video beating Hubbard, and he beat an innocent recreation department worker as well. Sean George was entirely innocent and was only asking officers why they had a teen detained on the ground. According to George, that's when Amiyat snapped and began beating him. For asking Amiyat a question, George was thrown against the car, then thrown to the ground and pepper sprayed. Officer Michael Amiyat is the epitome of everything wrong with police in America. His smash some heads mentality has no place in keeping the peace, and all of his superiors who've protected and hired him over the years are complicit in perpetuating the problem. When cops can attack handcuffed children, beat people for asking questions, and unleash a fury of fists on a man for a driving infraction all without being fired, something is horribly wrong. This is why people are mad.
Hey, Sheriff, we have a question about why your office, your intelligence division, is investigating private citizens for criminal investigation that happen to be activists that are overseeing your department. Why would you have your intelligence division investigate private citizens? We have done... Sir, we don't hate anyone. We love freedom and we love American people. And government is out of control. That's why you're seeing such a revolt nationwide. Why can't you just answer, why is Susan Edwards, your intelligence division, investigating private citizens? This should not happen.
Are you here to apply for a job?
Possibly I might be applying for a job, but that's irrelevant to my question. Why would you ask that question?
Well, enjoy the fair.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Excuse you?
Excuse me, sir.
So those of you that haven't
Wow.
been on a bike before, we're
Sheriff's
just
getting a little too pushy. You
the
work
hard
for
part.
us, Sheriff.
In
Just
keeping
keep that in
mind.
mind. At one time we respected you, but not with that type of attitude.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I've found that I had to make a change this ending on my videos, letting you know about the channel and fair use laws, you know, how we can report on other people's reporting and how it's good, how it's bad, etc. But you guys can look it up yourself. It is legal. It's in there. But like I've told you before, that I've been cut off from making money on YouTube for 4 years. It's really weird, bizarre, but they cut the money off, but they said you can keep the channel, and now YouTube makes all the money. And if you get bored, plug it into Social Blade website, and you'll see that they are making a huge amount off the site. Right now it's at 63 million views, 53,000 subscribers, almost 3 million views a month. You know, trying to wake people up, and I make nothing. In fact, I got a customer that's ex-congressman. He said if I could ever find a lawyer, sue YouTube on it. But because this is nuts. 4 hours a day, and to save America. You know, but at the same time, it's worth it. Look at what our founding fathers did. They died for this country. So But getting back to the money part, this is why I'm redoing the video. Is my dream of everyone giving $1, and it's going to be $53,000 a year, or if they did Patreon, which you know, can be monthly. That is not working. That'd be great if it did. Nothing is perfect. And I appreciate the people that do donate, you know, what they can on PayPal. And there again, I'm letting you guys know that is not much. Is, you know, monthly is, oh my god. So anyways, yes, you cannot live on it. It's very, very, very low amount. But the dollar things, I do appreciate that. But when I first said everybody give $1, that's not working. I'm just I'm just letting you guys know it's, yeah, that dream. Everybody gives $1. 53,000 subscribers, it's not working. So yes, if you can give more than that, you know, I appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I'm in a unique situation where, you know, we're already debt free, and I'm not rich, but with the little business that we have, I am able to do what I am able to do 45 hours a day, you know, letting you guys know what's going on. In 4 years, I've did the whole thing myself. 12,000 videos on there. I literally get emails where people are like, holy crap, I never knew it was this bad. And it is this bad, and it's getting worse every day because we have the internet, we have cell phones, we have cameras everywhere now, and it's just disgusting what's going on. And then, as you guys know too, we got Trump, we got Jeff Sessions doing a war on drugs, and now he wants to go after the forfeiture laws again. It's just unfreaking real. So if you can give more than that dream of everybody giving $1, yeah, that old video, that's not working. They're not, they're just not. So anyways, if you can give more than that dream is not working. Hardly anybody is giving. There you go. So that's why I'm remaking the video. If you can give more than that would be great. And there again, like I said, the Patreon's there. There is some people on there that are starting to give, but there again, it's very, very low. And like I said, I don't want to get rich off of that. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because, you know, it's still so stinking corrupt. It's not even funny. My court case that I'm going to be paying out of my pocket myself with Charlotte County's coming up. They illegally looked me up and then posted all my information on LEOAFFAIRS website. They basically doxed me, however you want to say that. I forget what the word is, and they outed me, man. And that information on that site went out to 500 sheriffs, deputies, people that work at the jail, etc., etc., etc. So, yeah, it is very, very scary, but we're going to do a federal case, 1983 case, violating freedom of speech. We have 17 cameras in the house now. We got 2 cameras in the car. I always carry a camera plus a cell phone. A lot of people are highly recommending I get a vest now. If the wife would let me, I would run for sheriff. We are trying to push the thing nationwide right now, where just to mix it up and to get the topics out there is register to run for sheriff, NPA, no party affiliation, as a write-in, and that is completely free, and you can participate in the elections. And there's a lot of stuff. We got a guy, James McLinnis in Pinellas County, Tampa, who almost won. He experienced the corruption himself. The story is unbelievable. Look him up. It's mind-blowing what they did. It pissed him off. He is very, very smart. He has way more money than I did. He ran for sheriff at the last 3 months last year in 2016 and almost won. He got all of the black vote. And the reason why he did that is because he ran on, I will not bust, we're in Florida, I will not bust anybody for weed anymore unless it's an ungodly huge amount, like pounds. And then he also ran on no more victimless crimes, no more of this freaking road pirate bull crap. And then he was going to cut the budget by 30%. And when you think about that, you can. If you stop the road pirates, you can get rid of a bunch of people. Gone. So, the wife has been saying, yes, I can, yes, I can't. So I don't know. We're trying to find somebody that can do it because I am busy doing this anyways. But, so I'm making a video, like I said, that $1 a month from everybody, you know, for 53,000 subscribers, that is not working. I'm just letting you guys know. absolutely give way more than $1 a month. If you can, I appreciate anything. By the way, remember too, when you give that, PayPal takes like freaking 15 to 20%, so it's even worse than that. But and there again, like I'm letting you guys know, it's way what I get is very, very low. Appreciate it, but it is very, very low. Can't live on it. I'm just, you know, I'm working, and that's what I'm working on. And that court case is going to cost a buttload of money. That's federal court. Just the filing fees and the depositions that we're going to be doing with this corrupt cop. So there's another reason to give. We are going to be doing a deposition with this very corrupt. He was in a drug squad. He is a bad guy. He's on steroids. We heard steroids are rampant here. That's why their attitude is so bad. And we are going to get him on video, and it will be on YouTube. So that case alone is $5,000 just to bring it to court, and that's my money out of my pocket. So there's another reason to give, and give way more than $1 if you can. So keep that in mind. This is the new video, and I see, God, I talk a lot. It's already 7 minutes, but had to make it just to let you know that $1 a month from everybody is not working. They're not doing it. So if you can give more than that, please. So thanks. Keep it up. Share, like, subscribe, tell your friends, send me your videos on corruption, and I'll post it.